FTK Imager. Whether you're imaging a drive, viewing an image, or triaging a live machine, FTK's got you covered. And of course, it's free, the best part. This is episode 1 of Feature Focus. I'm Justin Tolman, the Director of Training for Access Data and Xtero Company. New name, but the same software you know and love. Let's get into it. We're going to focus on creating custom content images using FTK Imager. This allows the user to pull out only the stuff they want, yet encapsulate that into a forensic image, allowing them to keep their data small and thus their investigations efficient. We have FTK Imager booted up. We have a physical drive loaded in. This will work on a physical drive. This will work on an image, a combination of both, multiple file systems, whatever you want to do. If Imager can see it, it can create a custom content image of that data set. In the lower left corner of the interface is the custom content sources pane. And in this pane, all the different things that the user has added from their evidence to the custom content image will be displayed. So there's a couple different ways that you can add that information to your custom content. You can manually navigate down through your evidence, okay, and find something that you want to put in. So we can choose the root here, and we can see we've got a couple images. All right, iPhone stole their images rotated 90 to the left. And so we can add, right click on that and add to custom content. And what it's going to display here is the exact path to that item. Notice that it says exact and it has the path. Cool. Okay. You can also add directories in this same way if we navigate in and select the directory that we want, such as recycle bin, and we can right click and add to custom content image. And now it's going to add that directory, all the files within that directory, and any directories, so on and so forth. Okay, all of its children. All right. The other thing that you can do here is specify using wildcards. Okay, whether that is searching for a file name, a directory name, an extension, that sort of thing. So down here in the custom content sources pane, you would click on new. It creates this, and notice it has an asterisk or a star. That means it's going to bring in everything. Probably not the best idea. So we want to click on edit. And star means, 0 to any amount of characters. Typically it'll omit 0, but it's any, right? So we can say star.jpg, okay? And then if we select ignore case, so we get uppercase and lowercase JPEG files, it's going to bring in any file that ends in .jpg, whether it's lowercase extension or uppercase. So these would be in kind of redundant, but that's okay. All right, and we can click OK. You can also use a question mark to do single character wildcard, so star or question mark, and you can format your names in any way. In this example with JPEG, we know that JPEG can sometimes be JPEG. You would need to add that as well. We click new, edit, and then type in .jpeg. This time we don't need the comma. This time it's lowercase. We hit ignore case just in case there's any mismatch, and click OK. So now what it's going to do is it's going to scan through all of the evidence that you have loaded up in the interface and create that custom content image. So we click create image and we go through the image creation process. This is the same regardless of what type of image you're creating. So once the image process is complete, bring that evidence item in to view it if you want, and we can expand this out and expand out. We have root and we have our .jpegs. Remember, we only added one manually, but then we did the wildcard JPEG, and so it brought them all in. And then we also have root and recycle bin, and we have it here, okay, for the directory. So what we've done is we've taken a large image. It's not really, you can see the size there. It wasn't large, but for all intents and purposes, take a large image, make it small with only the stuff that we think we're going to need, making our investigations more efficient. Okay, yet still forensically sound. Okay, so that's just one feature of FTK Imager that can be used in sort of a triage way to take large amounts of data, bring it small, get the information that you need to act on your case. There's other triage features such as memory capture, registry capture. You can mount images to run Python scripts against it, antivirus against it, check the files with native programs on a Windows operating system, check for volume shadow copies, etc. A lot of things that you can do with FTK Imager to make your investigation more streamlined and more efficient. All right, so what we're going to do with these videos is we're going to take questions and comments from you guys and feature them at the end of each video. So these will be pulled from maybe the comments below the videos, social media, those types of things, questions regarding the topics that we talked about last time. Since this is episode 1 though, there's no last time. And so I pulled one just that had to do with the topic at hand. But when you watch this video, if you have questions, comments, put them down below, social media, whatever. We'll try to group those up and answer a few of those in the next episode. This week, we have a support ticket from James. So there's a lot of text there, and you can pause it and read it if you want to see his steps. They're very good. All right. And this is a known issue with the current version of FTK Imager. And that has to do with the way that we're mounting. We're creating a wrapper around that image so that Windows sees it in a way that supports what we want to do with a mounted image. And that's more triage related stuff, such as running antivirus against an image. Maybe you want to run a Python script that you wrote or some other code base, right? You want to open it in native Windows apps. Okay, that's what it's used for. If you want to create an image of another image, you do not need to mount an image into FTK Imager. All you need to do is go to File, Create Disk Image, and choose the image file option. And that allows you to duplicate an image to another image. Okay, and we support multiple formats. You can go to DD to E01, E01 back to DD. So yeah, it's a known issue. All the other workflows have been validated as forensically sound, and we just need to make sure that we're using the right function for the right job. And in this case, mounting an image to image that image is not a supported workflow in FTK Imager. All right, so if you have any questions over anything that we've done, post them down below, post them on social media. We'll gather up a few of them, see if we can answer them next week. Otherwise, we'll try to get to them maybe in that social media post, replies to the comments, whatever we can do. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week in the next episode.